Mike with MJ Scale Modeling here to finish up the Type 97 Japanese tank made by Tamiya. Really not much to say other than we're gonna finish her up, get at her, and let's just get right into it. So to start out, I'm just reapplying another coat of the Pledge Revive It floor gloss because I'm going to be doing my panel lining and pin wash and stuff like that, and I wanted it to be able to still flow good and not damage the oil paint that I already put on there. And like I've said before, I'm just using the Tamiya black panel liner, and that stuff works okay. I tried to make my own panel liner out of like really thinned out oil paint and stuff like that, and it did not work out so good. So this is what I have for my go-to. If anybody has anything better that they can suggest that they like, let me know, because I'd like to try something new, I think. I really enjoyed building this tank. On a side note, and recently I saw a guy had a tank by Tamiya. It was a Type 97 Chiha Kai, and if you watch my history video, that's the Type 97 with the new and improved turret on with the higher velocity cannon on it. And I think that'd be a pretty fun model to build and have it, on display in my shelf right next to the Type 97 Chiha. So who knows? Maybe you'll see me build that one soon. I don't know if anyone else notices this, but I always use the Q-tips that you scrub out your ears with, from the bathroom and everything, and they always seem a little fuzzy to me. I'm not a big fan of using them. I always get like fuzzies stuck in things. So I was recently at the hardware store and I saw a pack of like industrial but still kind of soft Q-tips, and they came in like multiple different sizes. It was right at the register, so they got me hook, line, and sinker on those. And I ended up buying a pack of them, and they seem like they work a lot better. They're still soft enough to wipe and not damage the model, but they don't have that fuzz that gets stuck in every little nook and cranny. So I don't know if anyone else has ever noticed that, but it's definitely a thing that I've noticed. If anybody here ever watched my Type 97 history video that I made, one thing that I always thought was kind of cool about the Type 97 was, even though it was super small and stuff like that, which made it super good for the Japanese for their island hopping campaigns that they were doing, but it was so small that it could traverse sections of jungle that the enemy, us, the British, believed that enemy armor couldn't traverse. And so we'd have units facing one direction, they'd be like, nothing's coming from that way, and all of a sudden here comes a lawnmower with a cannon on it coming through the woods, and they're having to move all their anti-tank stuff and everything out, and it would just get surprised from behind by these tanks. And I always thought that was kind of cool, that they were able to use it so effectively, and it was kind of a cool tank for its time, but it, naturally quickly became obsolete. So my technique for doing tracks is I put a little bit of super glue on it, for the Tamiya tracks at least, and hold it in place, let it set and stick and everything like that. And then I take a little itty bitty flathead screwdriver that I got and heat it up with a Bic lighter, and then I melt down those tabs that come through, and it seems like it holds it pretty tight. You can stretch the tracks out to get them onto the tank then. But before I used to just glue it. I'm like, that'll be fine, and they would always end up popping loose. I don't know what the heck that they're making these plastic tracks out of, but I'm sure I'm gonna have a foot growing on my forehead or something like that, because it really resists anything you put on it. Kind of fitting too, I have the Bic lighter there with the AAV, the U.S. Marine Corps Assault Amphibious Vehicle, which, by the way, was retired in 2025 they don't use it anymore. They use the ACV, the Amphibious Combat Vehicle, which is an 8x8 wheel rather than tracks. Just a little FYI. And my own personal little touch that, honestly, I don't see a lot of people do. I always like to put a little bit of black on the end of the barrel where it's firing, and also around the exhaust. I like to have exhaust, stains on the back of the mufflers and stuff like that. I see a lot of people do it on airplanes and stuff like that, but I don't see a lot of people do it with tanks. Here, without doing a full weathering job and putting mud or anything on it, I'm just really laying on some of that brown to my panel liner on the tracks and stuff, just trying to give it a little bit of a dingy look. I was thinking of putting some like actual dust and stuff on it to give it a little dusty look, but I didn't end up doing that, so it turned out okay. Didn't look too bad, Gave the tracks just enough dinge. And I don't have any video of it, but after I did my panel lining and everything like that, I used my my new favorite, the Ultra Matte Varnish by AK Interactive, to paint over the gloss to make it not so shiny. And like I said before, that AK Interactive Ultra Matte Varnish, that stuff is awesome. It's plug and play, shake it up, put in your airbrush, and go to town. And here is the finished product. Thanks for sticking around to the end, everyone. I hope you enjoyed working on my Type 97 with me, and I'm really glad I finally got this video posted out there. But I'm gonna have more videos coming up here very soon. Gonna be working on a Martyr 3, and it's gonna be a fun one. So stick around for that, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks a lot, everyone.